Instructions for glazing Ecoplus3 windows with posi bottom bead. You will be sent the following items to help you glaze the windows. Glazing tape, which is blue. Bead tape, which is yellow. Gasket. Wedge packers. Bead clips. Fixing blocks. Cleaning wipes. Nail tacks and screws. Push pin tool or air gun, which will need to be returned. Posi aluminium bottom bead. End caps. Beads, which there'll be 3 per window. And a wooden jig. Instructions for glazing. Wipe the rebate of the frame using the cleaning wipes provided. The surface must be free of dust, dirt and grease. Apply the glazing tape to the inside of the rebate. Ensure that the tape is applied to the top and the bottom of the frame first, before either side. The top and the bottom tape should run continuously from frame edge to frame edge. The side glazing tape needs to create a butt joint with it without any gaps. Evenly space the wedge packers along the top and sides of the frame. The wedge packers will help centralise the glazing unit. Mirror the spacing on both sides and the top. The wedge packers are tapered at one end. Make sure that the tapered end is pointing to the top of the sash or the frame. To recap, the frame has glazing tape and wedge packers attached. At the bottom of the frame are the pre-attached setting blocks. This is how your frame should look. Peel back the ends of the glazing tape by about 20 mm in all 4 corners to reveal the adhesive side in preparation for laying in the glazing. Place the glass unit into the sash. Use glass gloves to protect your hands and also glass lifting suckers for lifting safely. The glass unit should be placed snugly up to the setting block at the bottom, with even spacing round the rest of the window. Peel back the blue film on the glazing tape. This will hold the glass unit in place until it is properly secured using the bead clips. Add any additional wedge packers needed to stabilise the glass unit. Wedge packers are placed top to toe as shown here. Place the bead clips in the gap between the glass unit and the sash. Bead clips are placed around the top and sides only. The bead clips should be nailed at the 2 points shown here. Use the push pin tool to carefully insert the nails. Bead clips should be spaced at approximately 50 mm from each internal corner and at 200 mm centres. Now position the fixing blocks along the bottom sloping rebate by using the wooden jig. Place the wooden jig flat onto the glass and then hang the fixing block from the jig as shown. Using a bradawl, mark the position of the fixing block by inserting the bradawl through the hole at the front. Push until an impression is made on the bottom sloping rebate. Screw the fixing block into place. Position the fixing blocks at either end of the bottom rebate 25 mm from the frame edge. Then continue with 150 mm spacing between blocks, with a minimum of 3 fixing blocks per frame. Place the end caps onto the end of the aluminium posi bottom bead as shown here. Slot the gasket along the back of the aluminium posi bottom bead and trim to size. Line up the aluminium posi bottom bead above the fixing blocks, pushing down to hold it roughly in place. Using a rubber mallet, tap the aluminium posi bottom bead firmly above each fixing block until it clips into place. The aluminium posi bottom bead is now securely attached. Prepare the beads. Stick the bead tape to the underside of the bead, flush to the outer edge of the bead, then trim the mitered ends. Begin with the top bead first before applying the side beads. Using a rubber mallet or hammer and wooden block, tap firmly into place, engaging the bead clips. Note, the corners where the beads meet should be flush and without gaps. The side beads will stop short of the aluminium posi lock bottom bead by about 4 mm. This allows for good drainage of water off the frame. The window is now ready to fit.